Alrighty guys, so as promised, kind of as I go, I'm kind of putting this all together and showing you. So it's kind of a devlog. Latest thing I did was I created a structure called the cube, and I even instantiated a temporary one. So this temporary cube, that's one that's actually usable, because we're going to use it in a vector, vector the cube, and the name of the vector is called cube. Okay, convenient. So basically what we do is we fill up the one temp cube, and then we call the pushback function for the vector and add it to the vector. That is done down here where I add the walls. Okay, so each one I add a position, color, scale, and a type. Okay, and then I add it to the cube array. And then this one has the same color, scale, and type, so I just changed the position and I added, and that's the walls. Okay, so I made the walls a scale of 54 in the z direction and 5.0 in the y direction, so it's quite a large wall. And then I scaled it down to be very thin, so it's 0.1 in the x direction. And there's two of those. Okay, and then I added these paintings on the walls. Okay, so I looped through, and we're doing 5 paintings on either side right now because it's just a simple little wall. So this is a random color, so it chooses a random color for each one, so it chooses a random color right here. And this is one loop, so each one time through the loop it's going to choose a color twice. It's going to set the type equal to 3 in both of them, because I'll show you that in a second. The scale of each one of them, they are 0.05 in the x, so they're super thin, like half as thin as the walls. I set them to be small, so 2x4. 2x4, huh. Okay, the position I calculated on the x, in these ones it's negative 0.85 because the walls up here are at -1 and starts, and the wall actually is just on the outer edge of the platform, which is 0 to 3. So -1, so it goes from 0 to -1. So to put the painting at 0.85, negative 0.85 is just right up against the wall. And then this side and the other side, when the platform goes to 3, to put it at 3.85, it slides right up against the wall, which is at 4. Okay, and then the y, I just put them kind of right in the center of the wall at 3.25. I gave them each the position there, and then let's see, what else do I? Because I changed them into objects, I added the scale right here, and I have to use, I actually, this makes it better for the array allocation, because now I can just use this loop based on the cube array size, and so I'm not guessing anymore or hardwiring it in. So if I change one and add one up above, I have to come back here and change the number. I don't have to do that anymore. It just detects the size of the array, which is why I use vectors, and they're great. Anyways, so now I can just reference the position, scale, type, and color and all that from the object. Everything's so much easier with objects, so I'd highly recommend putting that into your code. And then fragment shader, I went ahead and added, so the different types do different things now, of course. So the cube type 1 does this platform. I use that. I use 1 and 2 mostly for the floor, and then for the walls, obviously. Type 1, and then type 3, this is for the paintings. So what I do is I use the random gems. I use the parameter. The first parameter, the grid surface, is x by x, so 16 by 16. I set the next parameter to true, which tells the function to receive the color filter, and I send in the cube color, so that's the random color that it's selected each time, so I send that in. And then it uses a third parameter is cube color. Fourth parameter, 0 rotation multiplier, they don't rotate. And of course when we do this, this is what we get. I will show you the walls. The walls look pretty awesome. They're slightly darker than the gems for the floor, and then the paintings look like this, and I think it just looks really cool. Eventually these are going to have little designs and animations and stuff, so as you're walking through and experiencing this, that you'll see animations in the paintings and stuff. So that's going to be really cool. I'm going to feature some of the more artistic stuff that I find on Shader Toy that I can tweak and either come to own or contact the owner and see if I can put it into the game. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, thanks very much for watching and have a good day.